In the early morning hours of January 15, 1947, a woman walking through a quiet neighborhood in Los Angeles believed she had discovered a broken mannequin lying in a vacant lot. What she had actually found was far worse. The body belonged to Elizabeth Short, a 22-year-old aspiring actress who had come to Hollywood chasing opportunity. Instead, she became the victim of one of the most brutal murders in American history. Elizabeth Short's body had been severed cleanly in half at the waist. Her blood had been completely drained. Her face had been slashed from ear to ear, creating what investigators later described as a Glasgow smile. Her body had been carefully posed. This was not a crime of panic. It was methodical. The medical examiner concluded that the killer possessed significant anatomical knowledge. The cuts were precise. There were no hesitation marks, no sign of struggle at the crime scene itself. Which raises the first disturbing question. Where was Elizabeth Short killed, and why was her body displayed? Elizabeth had lived a transient life. She stayed with friends, hotels, and acquaintances. She was known to be charming, but also vulnerable. Contrary to rumors spread by the media, there was no evidence she worked as a prostitute. The press, however, quickly transformed her into a spandal. They gave her a name, the Black Dahlia. Police were overwhelmed by tips. Hundreds of suspects were questioned. Dozens of people falsely confessed to the crime, some seeking attention, others clearly unstable. None matched the evidence. One of the most troubling aspects of the case involved letters sent to newspapers. The sender claimed responsibility and included Elizabeth's personal belongings. These communications suggested the killer was following the investigation closely, perhaps even enjoying the chaos. Yet again, the trail went cold. The Los Angeles Police Department made critical mistakes. Evidence was mishandled, leads were ignored, potential suspects were dismissed due to social status or political will. So the question must be asked, did the killer escape because he was clever or because he was protected? Over the decades, multiple theories emerged. Doctors, surgeons, socialites, even family members were accused. One suspect, George Hodel, gained renewed attention years later due to circumstantial evidence and disturbing connections. But no arrest was ever made, no trial, no conviction, no justice. Elizabeth Short became immortalized as a symbol, but her humanity was lost in the spectacle. She was a young woman, alone in a city that promised everything and delivered nothing. More than 70 years later, the Black Dahlia case remains open. And the most unsettling truth is this. Someone knew exactly what they were doing, and they were never held accountable. So, ask yourself, was the Black Dahlia killer hiding in plain sight, or was the truth buried deliberately to protect someone powerful?